Next, another hormone secreted from this particular anterior pituitary. So that hormone is called as thyroid stimulating hormone. And this hormones enters into the circulation, and from this circulation this hormone is enters into the thyroid gland, which consisting the different parts of the different cells, that is called as thyrotropic cells, and these thyrotropic cells secretes the hormone that is called as TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. And the disease is when if the thyroid stimulating hormone is low level secretion, then the disease is called as a hypothyroidism. If the TSH levels are high, then the disease is called as hypothyroidism. Means so because the TSH if low, the disease here, the leading disease is called as Graves disease. In this what happen? Excess iodine is in the body. Why excess iodine in the body? Means the thyroid hormone is increasing when the TSH is low. If the TSH is high, the thyroid hormone becomes low. So that is called as hypothyroidism. If the TSH is low, automatically thyroid hormone, that is called as T3 and T4, that hormone levels are high. So that is called as hyperthyroidism. So due to this low TSH, there is a disease that is called as Graves disease, and also excess iodine in the body, and also excess thyroid hormone already told, and excess natural supplement that is containing thyroid hormone. If the levels of TSH are high, there are different symptoms are there. Means the pregnancy is affected, and also if the steroid medications, means steroid, if you take the steroid drugs, then automatically the levels of TSH is increased. And if you are using dopamine, or if you are using painkillers, in that condition also the TSH hormones levels are increased. So this is the important hormone which is secreted from the anterior pituitary. And another hormone, another two important hormones which are secreted from the posterior pituitary. So there are oxytocin and vasopressin. So these are the oxytocin hormone which is secreted from the posterior pituitary, and the vasopressin are also called as antidiuretic hormone which is secreted from the posterior pituitary. So what is the function of this oxytocin? So this oxytocin enters into the region of the pelvic region, and these are the pelvic muscles are present at the region of vagina, and at the time of birth these pelvic muscles are just relaxed with the effect of this particular hormone. Therefore the delivery of this child will be taken. So that is the main important function of this oxytocin hormone. So that the main important function is, that is childbirth or delivery of the baby, right? So this is the main important function. And another important function of the oxytocin, this oxytocin enters into the breast, and there are the muscles are present at the region of nipple. So these nipple relaxed at the time of oxytocin is increased. So therefore automatically the milk is come out from the breast. So the milk ejection is the important function of this oxytocin. So therefore this hormone is also called as milk ejection hormone, right? So there are two functions of this oxytocin. Number one is it stimulates the delivery of the baby, so without delivery pains, and it stimulates the milk to secrete from the nipple. So that is called as milk ejection hormone. And the prolactin hormone is different function, that is prolactin synthesizes the milk, and the oxytocin releases the milk from the nipple. So that is the different functions, prolactin and oxytocin. So like this, the oxytocin function is there. And when back to another important function of this antidiuretic hormone, which is released from the posterior part of the pituitary gland, and this ADH acts on the kidney. So this kidney, the pituitary gland sends the hormone, that is ADH, to the kidneys to help control how much urine is made. So means absorption of that particular water or the absorption of ions is controlled by the anti-diuretic hormone. If the anti-diuretic hormone is not synthesized or not secreted, then what happens? The water absorption is not takes place in our body. The kidneys are fail to absorb the water. So therefore, so whatever water we take, that water will eliminate from the body. So that is called as diuresis. That is called as atimutra vyadhi, diabetes insipidus. So this is called as diabetes insipidus. So because the pituitary gland does not make enough anti-diuretic hormone, so therefore the kidneys are unable to make urine. Means kidneys are unable to absorb the water, right? And kidneys are make lot of urine. Kidneys are make lot of. If the ADH is there, then automatically the absorption is there. So otherwise the absorption is not there. So that is the main important function of this anti-diuretic hormone. So there is diabetes mellitus is different and diabetes insipidus is different, right? So diabetes insipidus, the main cause of this diabetes insipidus is the pituitary gland does not make enough ADH. The kidneys make a lot of urine. So otherwise, if the pituitary gland makes specific or limited ADH, then automatically the kidneys controls the formation of urine. So therefore this is diabetes insipidus, which is caused by the effect of this particular hormone that is called as ADH, anti-diuretic hormone. So these are the different hormones are secreted from the anterior part of the body and posterior part of the pituitary gland. And another important hormone which is not shown in this diagram, so that is the part of the pituitary is called as parsa intermedia. So here this is right. So this is parsa intermedia, PI, and this hormone, this part is releases one hormone that is called as MSH, that is called as melanocytic stimulating hormone. And this melanocytic stimulating hormone enters into blood, and through blood that acts on the skin cells. Means at the top of the skin the melanocytes are present, and these are the melanocytes in the skin, and these melanocytes are stimulated by this particular hormone, and that gives the specific color to our skin. So that is melanin. So there is main important thing. The melanin is synthesized by this hormone, melanocytic stimulating hormone, acts on these melanocytic cells which are present on the skin. So it gives the specific color to our body by this hormone, that is melanocytic stimulating hormone, which is secreted from the parsa intermedia or the mid part of the pituitary gland. So therefore, so this pituitary gland secretes like these hormones and affects on the different parts of the body or controls the different endocrine glands. Therefore, this pituitary gland is called as master gland. The size of the pituitary gland is very small, but the function is completely different. So therefore, the pituitary gland is called as master gland. So this is the important gland, pituitary gland.